Yeah.
Make these niggas rap and play it, nigga. I'm walking niggas down with that 4 pound when they go down. That Pakistan chop and knock his forehead to the low ground. Deadly when I'm birth, blood spreading through the turf. But it's a lot of niggas dead, was out here fucking up that work. Fucking over niggas' money, playing crazy like you can't touch. Mobile gas station, drop the window when I flipped him up.
What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_ Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV, and welcome to Tuesday. All right. I got a lot of shopping done today. I wish I could share with y'all the video I did at the Halal chicken spot down in the Eastern Market. It's on Orleans Street. If y'all in Detroit or ever come to the Detroit area, Saad Meats, SAAD Meats, right on Orleans Street, before you get to Wilkins. Between Gratiot and Wilkins, I believe it is. Listen, they got the best deals on chicken. I just got 2 whole chickens, about 15 pounds of quarter pieces. Remember, I was just talking about chicken the other day too, right? That's what's crazy about this. And I got about 50 pounds of wings and some nuggets. I only spent $90-something. A whole bag, you feel me? Some good nuggets. White chicken breast meat too. I done fried up some for the kids already. So anyway, man, appreciate y'all tuning in again. If y'all have not done so far, please hit the notification bell. Hit the like button once you get into the video and you find some type of value or funny, entertaining, anything about it that you like. Hit the like button. Share the content by all means. And never, ever, ever feel shy about getting in the comment section. I don't even care if you don't like what I'm talking about or you disagreeing with me. If you saying, bro, you inaccurate. This, I'm human. So, hey, right. What brings me to this episode is I recall. So look, I did a video about how finding God in religion, is that false? Is it fake? You know what I mean? Should you be on people's back about that, or should you give them some leeway and thank God they even had the time to sit down and listen to God's voice, right? So, and this, I thought about this story because remember the other day I did my first time in the county and the county jail and all that mess, and the dude that wouldn't shut the F up with that dog face mess. So, right, boom. Same time frame. And I might have touched on this briefly when I told y'all about the story about my man who, the county jail Debo. This was when we were in the county and it was crucial. A lot of us locked down for our first time. A lot of us young dudes sticking our chest out, acting like we got the whole world figured out. My lawyer gonna do this. I got that. And I had a paid attorney, right? So I was really feeling myself. I'm like, shit, Pops just dropped them bands on a lawyer. I'm out this piece. You know what I mean? I just knew up and down I was about to go home. The day before, I actually, the day I got sentenced, I had got my hair cut the day before, because up until that point, I went on a boycott. I just let my hair grow out, and all that, right? Looking wild as hell. They brought me some casual clothes down and whatnot, and I got groomed up and had to take my cop the next day. Didn't even know about it, you know what I mean? Didn't even know that was my future. I thought I was going home. But a lot of us that was studying hard, man, that like I said, I withdrew from a lot of dudes. You know what I mean? After that thing happened with the county jail dude, Big Rasul, whatever his name was, I withdrew and I kind of fell back in this dip with a couple of dudes that had been messing with my man D, 7 Mile Dog, my man Peanut, and my bunkie at the time before I became Peanut Bunkie. Old school guy named Ouija. He was cool as hell, real good with the cards, right? But we had a dude on the rock, minister type of dude. I don't know if he's a minister for real. I can't say that, because he could have been a dude that was just well versed with the Bible and got in the situation, got in the jam, got caught up, and just got back in tune with God and the Bible and kind of can go off the top of his head with verses and whatnot. I know plenty of dudes that will quote you the Bible, that will quote you the Quran, that will quote you the Torah. You understand what I'm saying? That will quote you lost things from the lost books of the Bible. I'm talking about well versed in a lot of different areas of religion and theology, but straight up slam balls and crooks, straight up junkie, straight up whatever you can name them. I know they run the gamut. Some of them was running religious service in there. When they come home right now, I seen one of the brothers. I ain't gonna mention his name. I'm down in Highland Park at the damn East Side of Me Bridge car, right? So we all a motley crew of people, so we really can't really talk. So we not really judging this dude. We just like the fact that every night he prayed for us. Every night, this dude would pray for us. He would get us all in a circle, and it started small with just like maybe 4 or 5 dudes. Hey, man, if you guys want to start praying at night, man, before we lay down, I'm with it. Before they call us in, we can get and gather up. They're not stronger than us, man. We got more power. If we meditate right now on this good positive energy and on God's good grace, we can break these chains and we can get up out of here. Because right now, we're fighting spiritual warfare. And he used to be going down through there. Now, mind you, I'm a young radical dude. And I ain't been to the joint yet, so I ain't heard them real good speeches. You understand me? So this here was eye-opening. He wasn't a real older dude. He was probably, I'm 21 at the time. This dude probably was in his late 20s, early 30s, right? So, but he was real kind of disciplined, real cut up, and, you could tell he had been working out in the streets, or whatever. And that was rare. You rarely found dudes that was coming into the jails and prisons cut up already. You know what I mean? So, he did kind of have an impression on us. He would do push-ups, so he got us into a bunch of positive energy. And we respected that. I respected it. He was humble. You feel me? I forget his name. I would love to shout that brother out. Because I don't even remember, like, did he ever get convicted or whatnot. I just heard, like, some of the details of his story were real murky. Like, he had killed somebody that was a minister or something. Supposed to be a love thingy going on, a triangle. It was something weird. If I could ever figure out that and just go through some Google searches and figure out that case and get that dude, yeah, because he was a solid dude. You know what I mean? I didn't see no wrong in him outside, and maybe his case was a little sketchy. We wasn't sure about that, and that's what kind of had me pissed about dude who kept calling me dog face. I was pissed already and a little aggravated, but that right there took me over the top. So we in there one particular day. No, not even one particular day. Weeks going by. And this young dude, and I might have told y'all some of this before, this young dude named Dewan. Dewan used to be in there aggravating dudes because he had came back on a writ. He came back on a writ, and so he basically telling everybody who never been to the joint about the joint. He a young dude, so he basically is schooling us. Y'all don't know nothing. See, when y'all go do that bid, when you get locked up for real, and go do that time, when you leave here. So all his pride was about, I've been to the joint already. I've been there 9 months already. I almost got a year down. I done got me some size up and whatnot. But he used to always pick with Doggy. He always was messing with dude, trying to debate with him about his religion because he tasted a little bit of Islam in there. So he wanted to debate all the time. And this dude was out the Bible. Christ was his Lord and Savior. I'm pretty sure Christ still his Lord and Savior. My thing was, I minded my business. I learned a long time ago. Religion, sports, politics, Tupac versus Biggie, and all those type of things that always be like real debatable. I don't touch some of them subjects because they rarely end up good. When this is debate going down, it's a difference of opinion, a real polar difference of opinion, is usually turning out bad. So, Dewan, I remember Dewan name. I don't remember his last name, but if you watching this, Dewan, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Now, 97, County Jail, New Side, 12 North. You remember, right? So, we in there, 12 North, New Side, 97, September, October, November. Dewan getting on this dude's nerves repeatedly, always challenging. Oh, what you reading some more of that white man's religion? Oh, that you got that poison book I see, just bothering the dude. And dude like, look, man. And he'll laugh it off a lot of time. Like, I don't get why you call it poison. And then going to it, that was Dewan way of getting him, egging him on. And dude took it good most of the time. He was just like found some interest in finding somebody he could spar with on a theological and religious level. He loved it. He would get up and like, look, brother, first of all, and start quoting his facts, and then Dewan coming with some type of knowledge and insight. Like, what about this? And what about that? There's gaps in the Bible. What the hell, look, when Adam and Eve and Booty Cain and Abel, and they told Cain to get out, he went and had sex with somebody. Who was that? Had it been his mother. So they had wild back and forth debates. Come to one particular day, we all sitting down, and I think the brother, the minister brother, the preacher brother, Preacherman, we used to call it. The Preacherman had just went to court that week. So Dewan in there on his, regular playful, skipping through there, a song come on, he had like he crip walking, and you know how everybody used to crip walk back then in the 90s and the early 2000s, everybody was crip walking, stop lying, right? So he in there crip walking to something that came on the radio. Because in the county, they play the radio for you a certain time of day. So we in that boy vibing, playing cards. He come back playing, and then he grabbed somebody orange off the table. That's how it started. And then when he put it back down, because dude said something, you know how oranges, somebody rinsed something off or whatever, it still had a little water on it, and it rolled over and it got on the paper that dude, the preacher man was taking the score with. And you could tell that was just like a real agitating ass thing. I don't know if he was OCD or it was just the fact that DeJuan had been picking with him and getting on this dude's nerves and you know what I'm saying, antagonizing him for what it seemed like damn near close to a month off and on. But that man said, what did he say to him? He said, bro, if you don't get me a new fucking piece of paper, a new effing piece of paper, a dry piece of paper right now, it's gonna be a problem. So DeJuan look at him and they get to talking. He said, bro, listen, man, I bench press you, man. I don't want to hear that. You ain't gonna do what you gonna do. What to who? Yeah, okay, yeah, I give it to you. All you gotta do is ask for it. You know, all this type of rhetoric. And dude didn't even say nothing for a minute. He sat there and did one of these little crazy little crack your neck moves. Took some deep breaths, and I'm like, yeah, this dude a maniac. I'm like, this dude is insane. He done did the whole, hey, what's the movie with Gary Oldman? The Professional, Leon, the Professional. You remember that? When he would take them pills, he was the detective, and do all that wild stuff. That's what that remind me of, right? So he doing this little exorcism type of neck deal. Damn, my man, steady talking. He walking around the table like, yeah, ain't nobody gonna touch me. That's word. That's word. Ah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, huh? Then he got to doing some push-ups, this, that, and the other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he just really like being full of ego and testosterone. So he went up to old boy, and I guess somebody else might have said something. I think that might, because I'm a little foggy about that part still. Somebody might have said something that triggered it. But when he came back towards the table after like walking off, doing some push-ups, doing some dips on the other bench, because you can get between two seats and do them dips, right? So he was doing that. Back and forth, pumping himself up, rapping all out, talking about, you know, a bunch of stuff that kind of applied to what he was saying, but just being like sneak dissy a little bit, right? Standing there looking. My man's like, back up off me, bro. He did like this. DeJuan touched his arm, like on some smack his arm stuff. Dude did something so fast, bro. Let me explain something. He hit the damn table and jumped up so damn fast and he ran, hey, 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 and gave that boy about 3 or 4 of them so fast, so loud. So fast, so loud. Bap, bap, bap. The whole rock just got quiet. The TV might have been on. I ain't even hear the TV no more. I'm like, oh, snap. I laughed a little bit, though, because DeJuan was aggravating ass. DeJuan, if you out there and you watching it, you was aggravating as hell, bro. You deserve dog slapping you all in your Mickeys because, yeah, you got to think. Everybody a little bit was on edge back then. I don't remember a person on that rock besides probably him. You DeJuan, if you watching. Probably him who, you know, had a decent, like, he already had his time, so he knew I got to outdate. Everybody else was facing time. You know, I had them 3 floaters hanging on my head. I could have got 15 years, you know. My guidelines, what I found out later on after I got my discovery package, was only 36 to 96 months, which is the 3 to 8. But in certain circumstances, what they can do is do what they call the upward departure and a downward departure. Either one. I will cover them in a whole nother video so y'all can know exactly what I'm talking about. But they could have performed the upward departure on me and vacated what would have been my sentencing guideline peak at the top of it and gave me more time than what that. So I could have got more than 8 years basically. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just one of them things where everybody should have been coming together and clinking up, but you had individuals who was antagonizing people. You had dude that was called me dog face, and you had dudes that go in that county with the mentality that either they come back from the joint and they super tough or they just left the streets and they super tough, right? Most times you either got those dudes, a lot of dudes in there detoxing. It's not a lot of dudes that be in the county jail that's living normal everyday lives, and the ones who are usually in there for child support, DUI, a little light, something like that. It's very rare on a domestic situation. A lot of them boys, though, that I've done time around, come in there with the notion that they're going to run things, be rock boss. They was the block dude. They was the dude with the Draco. They was the dude in prison who was just slanging iron and whatnot. But you dealing with people who are under a different type of stress. Stress in the county, to me, is likened almost to stress for a dude who got a long term or a lot of time to do. And it's really not, it really ain't nothing sweet, man. I don't, like I just said the other day, I don't wish the county on like one of my worst enemies, man, because that pressure that you go through in there, like I said, is likened to a dude who doing a life bid, and it's just settling in, and it's just kicking in. It's like, man, because you be on. I mean, I can't say how that feel personally. Don't get me wrong, but I've seen the stress take seed in some of my brothers who was doing all that time. Dudes who they was telling me, bro, I got life, bro, and I did a couple of years with them and might not see them for a couple of years, then run back into them during the course of the same bid that I was doing, and they on their 15th year, and now they look different. And now when you talking to them, you see a difference in them. They might have went to another facility and just saw something totally different. But that stress that they go through, it's the same amount of stress I see in them on them dudes' face and on their head and everything. When they in the county jail and they facing them indeterminate sentences in a long time. It's always fun and games when you first get in there, especially if you're a young dude. You get in there, everything is funny. Everything's a joke because you still taking it light. Y'all still telling street stories. Y'all still telling my dog, man, that was my man, them did that. Oh, this happened. It just made news. That was us, bro. That's why I'm in here now fighting this case. Oh, where you from? Oh yeah, you know, you doing all that all day, playing cards, joking off and playing and wrestling because you're still not understanding the ramifications of what you done did. And them consequences get real when you be in that county for a little while, man. And when I seen what happened to Dwayne, after I already was about to smash dog, but I just was like, man, I ain't got time to be getting moved around different rocks. I'm cool with this rock. Dude really ain't no threat, but dude just couldn't take it no more. He slapped the hell out of Dwayne. He smacked the heck out of Dwayne, and Dwayne had to deal with it. He ate it. He ate it. You understand what I'm saying? All that tough talk, all them push-ups. I know you might be watching. Get in the comment section if he is, Dwayne. Right? Dwayne's an East Side boy, too. So, you know, it was deep because when I first met Dwayne, I got a cousin named Dwayne, right? I hadn't seen Dwayne in years. So when he first said Dwayne from the East Side, I looked at his complexion and his height. I started asking questions. And I'm like, no, this ain't my cousin. I just hadn't seen him, so I didn't know. But, yeah, trust me. County jail, that stress, yeah. But that right there, it tripped me out because it goes to show I don't care what the dude do in his personal life, how much he praying, man, how much of a Bible thumper he is, how hard he going to them books. Don't never, you young dudes out there, and some of you old dudes too, and you females as well, if y'all throwing rocks at the penitentiary, don't ever think because you see somebody holding the Bible, Quran and whatnot all the time. Usually they some of the most dangerous people. If they ain't on pervert stuff with some little young boy. But usually, they're some of the most dangerous people because they are holding that close as a constant reminder to remain focused and don't do nothing crazy. When they start putting them Bibles and Qurans down, you feel me? That's when you start worrying. That's when and I've seen that happen in a lot of circumstances. And I'm going to touch on some of them circumstances in up-and-coming episodes. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got a lot to talk about, man. I just got to go ahead and go harder for y'all. That's what I'm going to do. I told y'all when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm about to have all type of stuff coming up. Y'all give me a few weeks to get everything organized and watch this. Y'all going to love it. If y'all been here from day one, if y'all just joining, y'all going to love it because I'm going to have different stuff going on. And it's just because, too, there's so many content creators out there that's covering the street and prison genre that I most definitely want to distinguish myself from everyone else. For one, not on the competition level necessarily, right? But you know, come on, let's be honest. Whoever doing what you're doing, basically, is your competition. But I would rather us collab and do some, you know, because I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. The type of dude I am, the type of hustler I am, you feel me, and how authentic I am, and that just comes from me being raised by authentic people. I'm going to expand this channel, you feel me? Give me a year or two, especially. I've been 4 months deep. I've been growing good, and I love it. I appreciate y'all for that. Subscribe, like, comment, notification bell, share, you feel me? And until next time, y'all be safe and enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. Y'all be safe, and I'm out.